What's up, everybody? It's the Kenner Collector here. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. Thanks again for tuning into my channel. Hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any future Kenner Star Wars vintage content. In this week's episode, I'm going to break down these awesome display cases behind me up here. Had a lot of you reach out in messages, comment section on some of my videos, just asking me to do, a really cool video on these display cases. So this is the week. I'm going to break everything down, where I got everything, how I sourced everything to put this together. There's a guy in the UK that makes some amazing display cases for the original vintage, OG Kenner line, and even has the piping all the way around with the LED lights inside. They're, awesome. I'm sure they're pretty expensive, but I needed basically different sections because of the room I had. I couldn't buy one of those massive ones. I didn't have the wall space, so that's why I broke them down into, what do we have here, 4 different cases behind me. So let's go ahead and check these out right now and take a look. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off in the far right case first, kind of work our way backwards. You have the last 17 figures here, Yak Face, Amana Man, a bunch of the really cool, more rare figures. These can be really tough to find. Luke's got a little bit of yellowing arms, legs. It's almost impossible to find one of these pop-up R2s with a pearly white sticker. I need to upgrade him, someday. Kind of move up. You have the 2 different Yodas. You got Han and Carbonite. Barada, one of my favorite figures. All my Ewoks are in this section as well. I even put a little Chewbacca carrying C-3PO there. In this case, you have the 3rd leg from the Droid Factory, R2 right there. That one's actually got a pretty sweet pearly white sticker on it. Upgraded him a few months back. Some more Ewoks on the top. Then I found my favorite variants too, kind of like this Han Solo in trench coat from Andor. He's got the printed lapel versus just the blank lapel there. So you'll see some of these variants throughout these cases as well. And these are really cool because they have hinges. So for my photography and doing videos and setting up scenes and everything like that, it's awesome to be able to open this all the way up to the ceiling, grab whatever figures I need, because all of these are pretty much in mint condition as I've collected them over the years, upgraded figures. So let's go ahead and check out the next case here. And here we have the next case. Starting the bottom right again, you can see where the magnet closes on these. There's 2 magnets in the bottom left and bottom right. You got your Cloud Car Pilot, Lobot. This is kind of all the Bespin Cloud City figures here. Another variant, the handlebar mustache, Bespin security guard. And then, what's your take on this? Purple smock, blue smock? Does it just fade over time into a different color? Let me know in the comments section what you think on the Ugnaughts. And then just more figures here. You have the European version, Boba Fett here, tri-logo version, then a regular Boba Fett version, a couple different versions of Luke, his Jedi attire. You have the blue saber, the green saber, the molded face, regular face, painted face, snap cloak, sewn-on cloak, and then a variant of Lando as well, smiley teeth, wide eyes, and then dark eyes, dark mouth. Moving up, you have some of the bounty hunters here, some droids, prune face, and lastly the top row here, which is all the Hoth figures. So that's case 2. We'll move on to case 3. And this is the last case. Some really cool variants in this one. The first 12 figures that came out with Kenner. You have the Emperor's Royal Guard. You have some squid heads here. A bunch of different capes came with the squid heads. A bunch of different color variations. You have the Lily Letty burgundy cape. You have the really cool removable hood Jawa here with the Lily Letty blaster. The Bib Fortuna in his awesome burgundy cloak. Regular bib, Bosk. Move up here, we have This is another cool variant, brown hair farm boy Luke. Some other characters here, the Rancor Keeper. And then these Imperial Commanders come with a skinny head or a wide face figure. And then some other ones, blue snags up here. Darth Vader, one of my favorite figures. Another variant here, the hollow cheek tube, Tusken Raider. You got R5D4 here. Another variant, the red bar variant versus the original sticker. And then moving up, you have the Takara Japanese version right here of C-3PO. You can see it's a different head sculpt. It's taller, skinnier than the Kenner version, which is really cool and unique. And then some other first 12 figures here. Luke Farm Boy again, Vinyl Cape Jawa, the Cloth Jawa. So, all right. So where did I get these little awesome card back things here with the little stands? So let's check these out. Remove Yoda real quick. Put them on top of the other case. So you can mix and match and pick these different ones. This is from Star Wars Toy Closet over on Etsy. Go check out the shop over there. It's got a lot of different, cool little card display backs like this that look like the original background from the blister packs or the bubbles from the card backs from the original vintage Kenner line. They have the really cool Star Wars piping. You can see all the different colors here, and it's cool that you can, pick whichever figure you want to put in front of, different particular colors. So, and these, as you saw on the droids and Ewoks, you can even get ones that have the name of the figure or the variant and all that stuff printed on it as well. These are really, really cool. If you want to get this awesome, large display case from Quality Joe's, he's over on eBay. Does some really cool like G.I. Joe, vintage Kenner Star Wars cases like this for the 3.75 inch line. So those are the two places where you can actually put this, together yourself. You can get the cases off eBay and get these really cool piping card backs with the little easels over on Etsy, and you can put this together yourself. All right, here's the last case. This is my Ewoks and Droids collection. You have pop-up R2, C-3PO, A-Wing Fighter, Pilot, Dal Jobin. This is a Repro Vlix. The only Repro figure in one of these cases. I'm not gonna drop. I could buy a new car instead of a Vlix if you can even find him. He was a Glasslight figure found down in Brazil originally. You have the Froms, you have Boba Fett, Kogundi, and then you have the Ewoks here at the top. These are really cool as well. And then Little Wicket. So, Ewoks and Droids. And then we also have the first 12 kind of retail display that they sent out and mailed out to everybody back in the day. This is just in a really cool acrylic case. It's got the original card back there. It's got the gray beard Obi-Wan variant here, which is cool as well. But just love this original stand. You have the little pieces that move the figures around with the mechanisms underneath, which is really cool as well. But it's really cool to put this in a nice display case, put it on a shelf in your Kenner Star Wars room. And lastly, just wanted to showcase some of my graded figures. I'm going to do a video here shortly on, grading, all that stuff. Is it a scam? Do you put these in plastic coffins? Why people do it, why people don't do it, etc. But just wanted to showcase kind of why I got these. I like to collect, the creatures and the monsters and that sort of thing, graded. Some of my favorite figures as well. Just picked up this Max Rebo band, loose graded. I love how it's got the mic stands, down there where they're not going to go anywhere in the acrylic. And he's even got a little wire going up and around the back of his neck to secure him on the keys right there, which is pretty cool. So you have the Max Rebo band, you have Yoda, which is obviously one of my favorite characters, and then the Gonk droid, which is really cool. Always wanted to get him graded. The Imperial Dignitary as well. That's the only coin that I have in my collection, but it goes really well with him, I thought, so I snagged that when I saw it. You have the Hollow Cheek Tube Tusken Raider. You have the Trash Monster here. You have the Vinyl Cape Jawa as well as the Cloth Cape Jawa. The Jawas are one of my favorite figures, as well as Darth Vader, Boba Fett, my favorite creature, the Wampa. And I saw this online. They were graded together, and I thought, what an awesome pair of C-3PO and R2-D2 graded as well. So that's my graded collection that you see up on the shelf. I'm not going to collect all of them, but I like to collect the creatures, the monsters, some of my favorite figures, as you see here. And that's a wrap on this week's video. Thanks again for tuning in. Really helps, support the channel if you throw a like on this video. Thanks again, everybody. Hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend. And always remember to collect the counter.